What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Fightful Overbooks Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, October 20th. We are glad you are here, and we have a big show planned for you today. Maggie, as we start every show, how are you?
It wasn't as loud as you made out to be.
I thought it would be. I wasn't sure.
No, like I was. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. We had like 2 concerts this week. I was attending one of them on Monday because I was working. And I mentioned this to you right before the show, right in the middle of the concert. I was like, holy crap, it is Kenny Omega's birthday. And I totally missed it. And I'm fine. And then I remembered, I better not miss my sister's birthday, which is tomorrow, on the 17th. I didn't. I deserve a pat on the back for that because I was dealing with other crap, like I mentioned this to you, but I am not going to talk about it on the air. Everything's fine. It's fine. But on the next day, I did remember my sister's birthday. I do want to wish her a really, really happy birthday on the air right now. Thank you for existing. Thank you for putting up with me. You are kind of a bitch, but like that kind of runs in the family. Hug my little nephew for me, please.
And this is guys, for your nephew. This is for your nephew.
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
I will give this one to you and nothing more.
Okay.
Yes, nothing more. No, like mentions of this for the entire show. You've had your shot, okay?
Yo.
Like once.
Won't do it again.
Hi.
Yeah, David Buster's, damn it.
Sorry.
You bitch.
I know.
So, before I get rudely interrupted once again, hi guys. Thank you for tuning in to our show. Please like the video. It helps us a lot. Share it on social media. Subscribe to Fightful Overbook on this very channel on YouTube. Also subscribe to Fightful Select. It's the most wonderful $5 a month that you will ever spend, or $54 a year, because like that's also a thing. Also send us a super chat at the bottom of the live chat. It's the little $sign or whatever. I don't know if it's a $sign anymore. Please send us your comments, your questions, or your statements if you want them read on the air. Also, you can set a humper chat at humperchats.com with whatever you want, your thoughts to be shared. This does make us keep a little bit more of the money for the show. So let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah, we're going to start off with our Bound for Glory, Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory.
Yes.
Predictions tomorrow night, Bound for Glory taking place in Chicago, Illinois. So we got that going on. Very excited for this show. I always loved Impact's like big shows, like the Bound for Glory, Slammiversary, stuff like that. So I'm very excited for this.
I am really excited for the one UK show that they have planned after that, but we're gonna talk about this later.
Yeah. So faux show.
It's gonna be in Chicago.
Yes. Yep. Wrestling doesn't go to Chicago much. I'm happy for Chicago. They don't get wrestling much.
Yeah, right? Like poor people in Chicago, they have nothing.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and start off with it. You have the I did not get to watch Impact last night, so I don't believe they announced anybody yet for the.
Well, they did have some people make claims. Jordan Grace was one of them, and I had the opportunity to watch half the show before work, so I didn't get to watch the entire show.
Okay, so for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, yeah, like a lot of names were thrown out there. I'm
gonna check our website, see if they've added.
Yeah, like a lot of people made claims, for that. But Jordan Grace was one of them, and me, I'm a huge sucker for Jordan Grace. I will always have her winning everything. But yeah, I think that Bully Ray was one of them also. Correct me if I'm wrong, Giselle Shaw was also one of them.
Okay, so I think we have it here. I think I have the list of who's all in it.
Okay, yeah.
Of course, maybe some of these people are not in it because the following people cut promos for it: Brian Myers, Eric Young,
Mm-hmm.
Dirty
Yes,
Dango, Bully
of
Ray,
course, yeah.
Jake Supting, Jordan Grace,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Hendry,
Mm-hmm.
Frankie Kazarian, Kylan King, Kenny King, Jody Threat, Giselle Shaw, and Eddie Edwards.
Yeah. Yes, I now that you mentioned that, yes, all of these people cut promos for that.
Okay.
At least, in the half of the show that I was able to watch. Out of these people, I just want to see Jake something win here. Because like ever since he came back, it has been a part of, Impact, which hasn't been, for that long. He has had quite a bit of matches. I just want to see Jake something given an opportunity for, something big in Impact.
Drew, she's talking about Jake Supting. She that's like an alert for you, my friend.
Yes, this is calling out calling out our friend Drew. Please, yes. Every time I see Jake something, I was like, yeah, Drew.
Yep.
Drew.
So I'm
Like,
excited.
people are with Wardlow and me. Like, that's
Yeah.
He had the wristband and everything.
Um,
Thank you, Soupy. You're a genius for that.
I would absolutely love Jordan Grace to win this.
Yeah.
I would think. Man, now I'm kind of curious who they would go with. I would be perfectly fine with Jordan Grace winning this. That's actually my preference, but I think Jake Supting deserves it. So let's go that route. Jake Supting gets the win here. He's going to surprise people.
I will I will never mind if Dirty Dango won it, because what he's doing right now is really funny. It truly is. I would lose my mind if Jordan Grace won it. Absolutely, but I'm kind of leaning towards Jake something because I love Drew. Hi, Drew.
That'd be good. We move on to the Impact World Tag Team Championship match. The Rascals with Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz taking on ABC, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay. You see ABC getting their titles back? Because I don't. As much as I like Ace Austin and Chris Bay.
I adore Ace Austin and Chris Bay. They were wonderful tag team champions, but it's the same thing when Trey Miguel had that X Division championship and he defaced it with the green paint. And I don't remember who he was defending that championship to, but like I said the same. I say the same thing here. Like, they defaced the championships with that green paint just now. Like, it wasn't now or like last week, but like they just did it, and I don't see them losing those championships just now. It's kind of a hard one because I started watching Impact Wrestling when the Rascals were like really, really big, and everyone adored the Rascals. Now they're working heels, and it's kind of a different thing. No, I don't see ABC winning. Although they did, win, the briefcase, which had the tag team championships in it, and it will be a really big shame if they won that briefcase just to lose, those championships. So this is actually a tough one.
And there's more people that are going to be added because there's 20 men and women that are in that match. So
the Call Your Shot Gauntlet.
Yeah.
So
there's going to be more, but those are the only ones that we know of so far. So
yeah. So for the Rascals and ABC.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I just wanted to add that. So I have the Rascals winning.
I have the Rascals winning, but wishful thinking for Bullet Club.
Yeah,
Ace Austin and Chris Bay. Really, really wishful thinking. I kind of, because Am I the only one who views Chris Bay as one of the biggest professionals in Impact Wrestling right now?
He's a few. Sean talked about this on. I think one of his. Maybe it was like on the Monday show. I don't remember when he said it, but he sees Chris Bay being he thinks they should pull the trigger on Chris Bay being a champion soon, like the heavyweight champion.
They should. Like, he's such an MVP right now because like he's doing New Japan, he's doing Impact, he's doing like so many things, and he's like no one has. I have heard no one say that Chris Bay was hard to work with or not a professional, and those kinds of things do not go unnoticed. For me at least. Like, I'm not a booker or anything. But like, of course, pulling the trigger on Chris Bay is something, and if it's not for, a major championship, like give him the X Division championship again. Like, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, and I see somebody, Bunker says Myron Reed might show up, so that'd be good. We got our first super chat from our good friend Ryan Sullivan. Maggie and Robbie, happy birthday.
Happy Friday.
Or sorry. Yeah. I was
Rob.
Jesus.
But
I was like, whose birthday is it? Like, after I said it, I'm like, whose birthday is it?
my sister, obviously.
Well, I know,
like
but it was the other day.
I know,
Yeah,
but like I just talked about it.
I know, but yeah. You know what I meant? Like, I was like, I thought he was saying today. I was like, who? It's my first day. Damn it, I haven't had to say that in a while.
First day. Thank you, sweetie. Happy Friday to you too. I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you on behalf of my sister because, like, why not? Why not? Yes.
All right.
Let's move on to the Knockout Tag Team Championships. MK Ultra, which is Killer Kelly and Marsha Slamovich versus Tasha Steelz and Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
Okay. This match is gonna hump on so many different levels, both figuratively and literally. Thank you, Ryan. Yes.
You're
Okay. I kind of feel like Tasha Steelz and Deonna Purrazzo are gonna win here, but I don't think Deonna Purrazzo is gonna stick around in Impact Wrestling. Yeah.
Where's she going? I think she's going back to the Fed. I think she's giving it one more try.
Yes, one would think that Deonna Purrazzo is going to go to AEW, but I don't think that she's blind and she sees what's happening with the women's division there. And I kind of feel like she's going to go to WWE.
I do too.
And good on her.
That's what I hope. I really do.
Yeah.
I hope I don't usually and of course, this is what I want. What's best for we're both the same on this. We want what's best for the wrestler always. So, but like if I was to say what I'd like to see, I would prefer to see her go to WWE if she leaves Impact. I think Impact needs to do what they can to keep her, but
of course,
if she does go, I prefer her to go to WWE.
A thought occurs: does Deonna Purrazzo have a special page? You know what?
No,
special page I'm talking about? The kind of special page that WWE don't want you to have because it's bad for business. OnlyFans, Rob. OnlyFans.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, they can always. She can always change it, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Can she?
Yeah, I thought they were going to be more lenient on that. I thought.
Does any female wrestler in WWE have that kind of page?
I don't know. I don't. Somebody could probably find out or would know. I'm sure nobody minds checking for us. Like,
I know.
Hell, I'll do it. I'm game. Let's see here. OnlyFans.
And like it doesn't need to be like only this kind of page. I'm sure that there are a lot of other platforms that provide the same service, not only OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Which is, like my point is, because I'm pretty sure, like from what I can remember, I can be wrong, guys. I really can. That's why I'm asking this question, because like
Yeah, I thought
I have that what?
I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I don't know if this kind of, content will be, okay with WWE for someone to have. For me, it shouldn't be an issue at all. But like that's on them to figure out. But if she really is moving on from Impact Wrestling, I don't think that they will win the match. But I don't know, I just kind of have this feeling,
Yeah.
I
I
re-
mean,
I really do. Uh, I don't know what to say here.
I think Killer Kelly and Masha retain.
Yeah,
That's just me.
sure, but like that's the easy answer.
Well, I'm going with the easy way out.
Okay, I'm gonna bet on Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich. If they decide to swerve me and send Killer Kelly to WWE and call her Carry On Kelly, like that is not gonna be okay with me. And like she's get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
MK Ultra to retain here. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Are you still looking for something?
Of course, I'm. You never know. Like I'm doing research. This is important.
Yeah, big research mode.
As I pull out my credit card. Yep, still checking.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
Yeah.
The next match is gonna be a Monsters Ball match between PCO, Rhino, Moose, and Steve Macklin. I'll tell you something. I hope Steve Macklin wins this match.
Me too. That's who I'm rooting for.
I really, really hope Steve Macklin wins this match. They can push for Moose, but I really don't want to. I would really, really prefer it to be Steve Macklin. I don't think that he got his flowers, like at all.
Yeah. No, I want Steve Macklin. I root for Steve Macklin in any match he's in. So usually,
Yeah,
that's who I want. Let us know in chat who you guys have winning these matches too.
Yeah, because like he really had to be the one to dethrone Josh Alexander, but Josh Alexander got hurt and he had to relinquish that title. Man, it was such an awful moment because like they had his son in the ring, and when he went to relinquish the title and his son took the title, and that was so heartbreaking. I'm so glad Josh Alexander is back, but like Steve Macklin didn't get to have his special moment when he can dethrone the longest reigning Impact champion.
Yeah.
So I that's why I think that he kind of had this opportunity stolen from him. Like not from anyone, but like it was, unfortunate circumstances. So I would hope for Steve Macklin to get this win here. Is this a refreshing drink, Rob?
Yep, it is. We have a super chat from our good friend, Mr. D'Lo Diggs. He says, "Hello, Rob. Hello, Rob Stish. Hi, Maggie. Came here to say I'm excited for them grizzled young veterans."
Say it right, Rob.
I can't do that.
Young veteran to be recognized.
I can't. But there you go.
Man, I cannot wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. I cannot wait. That video they shot, this was so inspiring. Like, and it was right after they had this really, really confusing run with Forwards 1 3. This was so bad, and they have to shave their beards, their facial hair. They had to put contact lenses in, and they addressed this in the promo they did in the video.
Yeah.
Man, they were so held back after arriving at main roster NXT because they were doing really good at NXT UK. It kind of felt like they were always the bridesmaids and never the bride when it came to the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, because they were always in the finals. And someone else won every time. It was Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle. Please don't do that ever again. And then yeah, please. And then it was were they Cohen? The Rascals in NXT?
Oh Jesus.
What MK?
Yeah.
Like, MK.
God, what the hell?
What the hell did they call them in NXT? Something MK.
Yeah, it wasn't MDK. That's somebody else.
Yeah. Man, it seems like such a long time ago, and it really
it's been over a year. So
MDK? No,
it wasn't MDK, was it?
No, I don't remember. I really don't. It wasn't a long time ago.
MSK.
Thank you. Now I feel like a douchebag.
Well, no, I lost.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. MSK. Thank you, Dilo, sweetie. You're such a gem. Thank you for for remembering, so we don't get to. Yeah. So Steve Macklin here, and yes, I am excited about the grizzled young veterans. Yes. Next match. Oh boy. Oh.
Yep.
Oh golly gosh.
The reason
Will Ospreay versus Mike Bailey. The reason why I breathe air.
Yes, I'm so excited for this match.
If this match had some sort of build or history behind it, any kind, this would probably be match of the year for me. And the match hasn't even happened yet. For me right now, I'm torn between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, both matches. Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. Oh my God, that was such an amazing match. Yeah, but Will Ospreay and Mike Bailey. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Impact, for giving us
thank
this.
you, Wrestling God. Thank you, Thor.
Yeah.
For everything that you've done for us this year. Man, what a wrestling year we've had. Do you get it?
No,
what kind of year
year
we've got? It's been such a wonderful year to be a wrestling fan. Will Ospreay and Mike Bailey has been a dream match for me. It's good. It's gonna be a tough one because I kind of feel like Mike Bailey needs a win, but Will Ospreay will win this match. He will.
The only thing that would make this fantastic. Okay, just hear me out here. I know it's not going to happen. I know that because they've already announced that Kenny Omega will be on Collision. Well, could you just imagine?
I can.
Oh my God! I'd freak out.
But here's the thing: everything that's happening between. Well, I suppose we're going to talk about Dynamite after. So, let's not mush the two things together. I feel like Will Ospreay needs the win here because he needs to be solidified as probably Wrestler of the Year candidate for me. Honestly, pretty much Wrestler of the Year.
Oh yeah, Ospreay's got it locked up for me already. I mean,
yeah.
He doesn't even have to wrestle another match this year, and he's got it wrapped up. I think that's just the way it is. Think of
all the wonderful matches that he's had. He needs to fight Bryan Danielson. You know that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I concur.
The disrespect that Bryan Danielson had on after, was it Forbidden Door? I kind of feel like it was Forbidden Door. He was asked a question about the British wrestlers in the pay-per-view, and he mentioned, I think he mentioned Zack Sabre Jr., and he was like, well, who was the other British wrestler? And he was like, and everyone, the journalists were like, Will Ospreay. And he was like, oh right, Will Ospreay. And like they can play off of that. Yes, Will Ospreay and Danielson. Yes, I can imagine, because I need to see that.
Yeah.
Because we were robbed of Bryan Danielson live in Wembley. Like, can you imagine Bryan Danielson being there? And like that theme song that you need to pay a lot of money to hear. Like, please give me that.
Yeah.
It has to be. It has to be.
But Will Ospreay gets the win here.
Will Ospreay will win, and probably match of the night. I will say that with I'm absolutely sure that this will be a match of the night. The next match is again a big one. Chris Sabin versus Kenta for the Impact X Division Championship. I feel like Kenta walks out of this as champion.
Yep, Motor City Machine Guns are losing their titles tonight or tomorrow
Absolutely,
night. Absolutely,
both of them. Yeah,
I'm so used to Friday pay-per-views. So
Friday pay-per-views when it comes to Impact. I know. I'm glad that this is a big one, so they can have this type of card on a Saturday night. It's gonna be a big one. Yeah, I think that Kenta walks out with a championship. This is not me saying that Chris Sabin. We love Motor City Machine Guns. Okay, like the moment they both won their titles at the pay-per-view, and the pay-per-view closed with both of them holding individual gold, like I cry all the time. This was one of those.
Yeah,
it was absolutely an amazing match. The last match we have is the Impact Knockout World Championship. Trinity, who's the champion, versus Mickie James. Trinity is not losing this match.
Nope, she is not.
This match is going to be awesome. Did they ever have a match in WWE?
Ooh, I would assume. Let's check here. I got the old cage match pulled up here.
Yeah.
I would assume they've had a match.
Yeah, you would assume, but I don't think that Mickie James had that. That many matches, because like when she came back as Alexa Bliss's mystery, partner.
No,
the luchador.
I don't think they have.
No.
Wow, that actually surprised me.
Well, you're actually saying that this is a brand new match? This is a fresh match?
Let's see. Mickie James. They've had. It doesn't look like they've ever had a singles match, according to Cage Match.
They've
been in like Survivor Series matches, Royal Rumble matches, Battle Royals, but
they were in Survivor Series matches?
Yeah, they were in Survivor Series.
On the same team?
Let's see here.
I do not remember that whatsoever.
Yeah, they were on the same team, Team Raw. Or no, hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, Team Raw in 2018.
Jesus. 2018, that was not long ago. I should remember that.
5 years ago. So.
You would think that I would remember that. Yeah, so this is a fresh new matchup. Like that's kind of exciting. Mickie James, Trinity. Okay, I have Trinity winning. By the way, I've learned most recently that a friend of mine from high school, she's doing a lot of, the artwork for a certain, what do you call it? A certain organization. And not long ago, she DM'd me on Instagram and she's like, I recently found out that you watch wrestling. Do you know this woman? And she sends me, a picture of Trinity. And I'm like,
Huh.
yeah, I know who this person is. Like, this is Trinity. She wrestles for Impact now. She's a former WWE superstar. And she's like, that's my artwork that she's wearing. Like that,
Oh,
like the in-ring gear that she has is
badass.
made out of her artwork. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me.
That's awesome.
Like, are you kidding? And I'm just so happy. And I most recently found that out. And I'm like, why haven't you bragged about this to me like earlier? And she was like, well, I didn't know if you watch wrestling. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. Like, you should brag on your page on Instagram that you make artwork for someone who's wearing your clothes in front of a lot of
Like a
people.
lot of people, yeah.
Yeah,
Huh,
that's I'm so proud of her. Like, she's great.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I suppose that the main event we are gonna get in this pay-per-view is Alex Shelley defending his Impact World Championship against Josh Alexander. Yeah, we mentioned that both Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are losing their championships. This, I suppose that it's because Alex Shelley has portrayed himself as a dickhole heel in this entire feud. And I will never look at him as a heel because it's Alex Shelley and he's so hot. I'm really kidding. No, I'm kind of kidding. Of course, he's hot, but that's not why I will never see him as a heel. Motor City Machine Guns have often, done heelish work in their tag teams. They have often done that, but like, I will never see them as those guys. Like, just give me Motor City Machine Guns against FTR again. Like, the first time we got it was a 6-man tag team, which I'm sorry, but that does not count. So Alex Shelley will lose here. What I'm looking forward to is the Motor City Machine Guns going back to tag team wrestling. I will
Yeah.
always look forward to that, and maybe probably um Josh Alexander gets to put over Steve Macklin at the end of the day, which was something that was supposed to happen anyway before Josh Alexander had, his injury.
Yep, Josh
This is going to
Alexander gets this
be
win.
this is going to be such an awesome pay-per-view. And Bound for Glory is always, during autumn. And, it's right around because like a lot of pay-per-views have already happened in wrestling. And, at the end of the year, especially when it comes to, WWE, you have, Survivor Series to look forward to, which, last year's Survivor Series was actually a really fun show because it was a War Games, right? And yeah, it was kind of something fresh and new for the main roster, for the main audience to look forward to. But like, it's not, the biggest event that WWE have. They have, Crown Jewel and everything. They used to have TLC. They don't have this anymore. But like Bound for Glory always, brings a fresh look at, fresh perspective on wrestling, because Bound for Glory is one of their, if not their biggest pay-per-view of the year. And I'm glad that we have such an important pay-per-view at this time of the year because it's refreshing. I'm really looking forward to this. I will probably get a chance to watch it Monday morning, because of my stupid schedule. But it should be a wonderful pay-per-view. If you're not planning to watch it, you're wrong.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I have Alexander winning, like I said. Let's move on to AEW Dynamite. Big thing out of this show this past week was Sting announcing that his last match will be at AEW Revolution come probably March, I think. Is that when they do that pay-per-view? Late February, early March?
February, March, but yeah,
so
early March usually.
they'll be doing that show. So Stinger announced that. Obviously Sting's had a hell of a career. So we knew it was a matter of time when you get like the icon, as people have called him for over 20 years now. So I assume, depending on if I don't know if you saw if Darby Allin got hurt or not. He was at Nitro Circus and basically, I don't know if I don't know if he was just joking when he said it, but he landed bad, like when he was doing a stunt. So I don't know when this was, but it looked bad. So I don't know if it was last night. Maybe somebody knows. I didn't get to read the article, but I don't know when this was. Anyways, if you watch the video, it was a bad landing. Anyways, I assume that's
okay. So
Stink's
he does a buttload of wrestling matches and does a lot of stuff that he's really not supposed to be getting away with in ring wise. So he does something different, not in the ring, and he absolutely immediately gets injured. So that's a bummer if that's true.
And again, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna check because I don't want to be. Okay, so this is what he said. Let's see here. Maybe he was just, like I said, I didn't get to read the article. He says Darby Allin. So I think this was last night. Okay. Yeah, this was last night. He went down a ramp on I believe a tricycle. Oh God. And he says he thinks
he's shiny.
Yeah, he thinks he might have fractured his shoulder.
Great. From a tricycle.
I don't know if he was joking when he said that, but I'm hoping that's what he was doing. I hope he was joking.
Let's hope it's a joke.
But so that's who Sorry, I was just gonna say that's who I think he's gonna go. Who Sting would wrestle like on his way out. I think he was said that before.
You would think that because I feel like we've talked a lot about this because this isn't a new issue, but we have talked a lot about Sting's last match being against Darby Allin and him putting over Darby Allin because Sting has never lost a one-on-one match in AEW. Granted, he has not had a lot of them, if any. Right? Okay, he has had singles matches in AEW, right? My stupid memory isn't playing tricks on me, right? I feel like he has had.
I don't know.
I feel like he's undefeated. So naturally, him putting over Darby will be the logical thing here. But hear me out. And I pray to the gods, to the 7 gods, that this does not happen. Chris Jericho.
I don't think he's had a singles match. I'm looking. He doesn't have a singles match.
Yeah, sure, because he's. Well, yeah, but he is undefeated, right?
Let's see here.
He's never been pinned.
I don't think so. Yeah. He hasn't lost.
There you go. Okay, so his first and last AEW singles match to be against Darby Allin is a logical thing here. But again, Chris Jericho. Because they can play off WCW and everything, and Jesus Christ. I can see it being Chris Jericho. And because Chris Jericho would absolutely give the win to Sting, and Sting can, to retire. Because Chris Jericho does not need to beat Sting. But the thing is that I don't remember AEW doing the thing where they put 2 incredibly, beloved and popular Hall of Famers go head to head just for the ratings, for the pay-per-view buys, or whatever you want to call it. WWE have used legends correctly, if I can say that, because they've used legends to put over young talent. What?
No, well, I thought you just before you finished that, I was like, I think you said correctly. I'm like, no, They never gave us Undertaker and Sting, so I don't know if they. But I got what you when you finished. I understood what you meant.
I meant AEW.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I thought you said WWE for a second. Like I thought you meant.
No, WWE
Yeah.
have not been using.
No, I know. That's why I was like. That's why I
No.
misunderstood. I thought you were saying. But yeah, you're right. AEW's done really good with the legends.
AEW have done, working with Hall of Famers and legends. Like they're doing what they're supposed to. Like Jeff Jarrett is a whole different situation, but like that's
The Bucker's trying to get kicked out of here.
no, sweetie, you've been wonderful to us on our entire show. Every time you've been in the chat, I've adored you. Please do not piss me off now.
Don't turn
Like,
heel.
do not like, don't turn heel on me, please. I will bite back. Like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it has to be Darby, right? Because like Darby can win the match, and then during May he can go climb Mount Everest or whatever, because he has mentioned that he's gonna miss Double or Nothing, which is around May, and this is probably the time that he would want to climb that damn thing. So yeah, send us your thoughts in the chat about
Who do you think it's going to be, and who do you want it to be? How about that?
Who you think? Yeah, who you think and who do you want it to be? I'm kind of biased. I kind of want to see Sting versus Kenny Omega. I don't know why. Like, I don't see Kenny Omega not wanting to work with Sting.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool too.
Like, and the thing is, I'm so incredibly grateful to have witnessed Sting wrestling live, because I thought that I will never get to do that. And that coffin match was, probably way more entertaining than I thought it was going to be, because I feel like this was the match that I was least looking forward to, and that's not a bad thing, because all of the matches on the card were absolutely amazing. And from the get-go, this match was so amazing and so fun to look, to watch live. And Swerve Strickland is a national treasure, by the way. Like he put over both these people like so much. Yeah, I'm grateful to have seen Sting wrestle live. It's definitely a memory, and I hear a lot of people, and this includes Sean. He says that he always, when Sting gets brought up, he says that he will never take watching Sting wrestle live for granted. And now I see why, because like you think that every match is his last match, and now on Dynamite he did say the only sure thing about Sting is that nothing's for certain, but like his retirement next year at Revolution is certain. I know that they're gonna make a big deal out of this. Like I can see the video packages right now, and I'm gonna cry. And to be frank, I wasn't there for a huge part of his wrestling career, like at all, because I haven't watched WCW, like at all. I only know about his career in WCW, his matches and everything from people who have spoken about it on the show, and like friends talking about it. So he is in the WWE Hall of Fame, but I kind of feel like this, because his last match, which was against Seth Rollins, this, you can tell that this did not sit well for him, and he wanted to do for this to be his last singles match. I'm sure that he wanted to end things on his term, because like he was injured in this very match, and we didn't know if he can ever wrestle again. But then he did a lot of stuff that he really wasn't supposed to be doing, because like we were there forming new wrinkles on our face from cringing and everything. Like, please please, Sting, don't do that. Don't dive off of this huge ladder. Please don't take a power bomb. Like, for the love of God, please don't do this and everything. So, yes, I'm really fortunate to have watched him wrestle live. Whoever he does end up wrestling, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Darby. I hope that both people carry the other one, in the ring. We've all known that eventually this day would come, for Sting's last match. And now that it's here, it's not really, because we have, some, months ahead, like 4 or 5 months. But it's like, it's already sad.
Yeah, it sucks, but
yeah,
it was a matter of time, unfortunately, and it is what it is. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Darby. Anyways, we do have a super chat. It says weekly support super chat. Can't wait for the new office.
Thank you, Alex. I am looking forward to, it being done as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring this up because AEW having a Hall of Fame, I feel like a lot of things need to be put over first, and then for them to have a Hall of Fame. I see what you're saying. It does make sense. It really does. But probably in the future, like not right now. But I do see Sting being the first inductee. I really do.
All right.
Just can we just mention really quick that Joe Hendry and Simon Miller
Oh yeah, I forgot about
are gonna
that. Yep.
wrestle at Turning Point at October 27th. This is so great. By the way, Simon Miller has put this over so much on his Twitter and Instagram, because Simon Miller is a pro. I was hoping that they were going to have, some sort of battle royal at All In. And he was, I just wanted to see, Simon Miller and an AEW ring. And then he was one of, the security guards that got beat up by Miro.
Yeah.
And the stupid thing is that, I didn't see that, he was one of the security guards, because this was even before the pre-show, and they didn't have, the huge televisions showing what's happening in the ring. We couldn't see, like, we knew that this was Will Hobbs in the ring with Miro. Like, we could see that, but we couldn't see any of the people. And then I got, Soupy tweeted it out that if I didn't see that this was, and we could hear the audience chanting for something, in the front, and they were chanting for Simon Miller. With Will Hobbs and Miro being in the ring, they were chanting for Simon Miller. This is so great. I'm so looking forward to this. There was a big food fight, between Joe Hendry and Simon Miller, and this was where everything started. I'm so happy for Simon. He deserves this so much, and this does get a broader audience. Simon being, introduced to more people, like, out of the UK, if they do show this pay-per-view on, Impact Plus.
Yeah.
Or Access TV. Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. I'm so happy for Simon. I cannot wait for this.
Yeah, I am too. I'm happy for the guy. Moving on we'll go through AEW Rampage, or excuse me, Dynamite rather quickly. Jay White defeated Penta, and then he called out MJF, of course. We got MJF was interviewed by Renee Paquette. Max says he didn't come out because he's doing commentary. Max came out and said he's doing commentary for the Battle Royale. Max Caster wanted to team up with him.
Okay, tell me, what do you think about this?
I think it's hilarious.
Because
But it's,
This is absolutely hilarious to me because the moment Max Caster came out with the Acclaimed to MJF and said that they were going to back him up against Bullet Club Goat, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Fucking get in there. Because everyone who's on Twitter, like we've been there for all the tweets back and forth between Max Caster and MJF. Like we've been there, we've saw them. It's such a wonderful thing during awful times on Twitter.
I love Damn It Max. Damn It Max. I love Damn It Max. Like Damn It Max.
I'm gonna win the battle royal, and then you get to put a ring on it.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay, like why is this so hilarious? Like to me, the awful thing is that ever since the Acclaimed won the Trio of Championships from House of Black at Wembley, like the Acclaimed haven't been doing it for me. I don't know why. The belts can scissor. That's really funny, but
well, I think they put the belts on them because they knew that Malachi was going to be out for a while, so they had to take the belts off.
Of course, they also had the biggest scissor party ever. Like there wasn't one person. Like I was kind of the only person in the entire arena that was kind of bummed out that House of Black lost. But yeah, it's kind of a. So this is what I'm saying is that this is actually the most fun part of the Acclaimed during their title reign, when they're doing that entire thing with MJF. It's so hilarious, and because like the thing that MJF is doing right now, it's kind of serious, especially with everything that happened last week. We had zero mention of that situation that we had last week on this week's show, and I'm kind of glad because they obviously have decided to move on from it, and I am so happy about this because it was so cringe and I did not want to see it on my television. But yes, this entire thing, thank you so much. Like this, a well-deserved laugh. I rarely get to laugh out loud sincerely when I'm watching wrestling, and I did here because Max Caster and MJF on a screen together, I find myself saying, okay, give me more MJF and Adam Cole. That's funny. Give me more of Adam Cole and Roderick Strong after Roderick Strong lost his duck. That was such a funny video. Yeah, and I find myself saying, okay, I love Max Caster and MJF because it's so funny. Give me more. This is incredible. Like we don't get this level of goofiness, on WWE. And sometimes we need that. We do have that with the Alpha Academy. But this is kind of different.
Yeah. Kuroshita defeated Emi Sakura. That match.
This had me a couple of times, by the way. Because like both these women know each other so well. They've faced each other so many times, and one of them, like Emi Sakura, has trained Hikaru Shida. But like, granted, I feel like Emi Sakura has trained Riho and Shida and so many others. You can see, because all her students have turned into like these amazing wrestlers right now, and I'm so happy. So because they know each other so well and they were able to kick out of each other's move at 2.99999, I felt like on certain occasions that Amy was gonna win, and I'm like, oh my god, this was actually a fun match. Did we read Chris's super chat?
Yep. Let's see here. I had it up, but then it says talk about timeless Tony Storm. She's the best. That she is.
Oh, we are gonna talk about timeless Tony Storm. You can tell that she's been wanting to do this for quite a while, right? Because I feel like I said this on last week's show. I feel like she's doing the work of her life. All of us know that she can wrestle, right? Like she is an absolutely amazing in-ring competitor. She's probably one of the best in that division right now. But like what she's doing in acting skills, please, like she's like this old timer, actress that she's so, oh my god, I'm so in love with this. I'm absolutely so in love with this, and you can tell that RJ City is having the time of his life as well. He is helping her with that, with filming those segments too. They work really well with each other, and I do hope that this eventually leads to him actually being around the ring during one of her matches and him getting involved in something, because I'm sure that he doesn't want to wrestle anymore, but like people will pop if he actually does something. But yeah. Timeless Tony Storm, please give me that. Like I was bummed out that last week I didn't get to see the picture-in-picture and see what she's playing off of. But when I learned that she was playing off of, all the commercials that were going on in picture-in-picture, because I had no idea what they were actually doing. But she's so wonderful. Absolutely.
All right. Renee Paquette interviewed Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland recounted his history with Christian Cage, said he never meant for it to be always about him. He was the one who mentioned that he was the first one to reach greater heights, but he always went back to trying to bring up Christian Cage. He would tell people about Christian Cage. Copeland says he doesn't want to fight Christian, and he promises he'll be there when Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus leave him behind.
I'm kind of disappointed in this segment. It was not at all rated R. Like there were no curse words or anything. Like he didn't say shit on television.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, Jesus. I'm kind of bummed out about this, but not really. Because afterwards we got Wardlow. He basically powerbombed Brian Nemeth once, and it was a wedgie powerbomb. Okay, it was the last ride.
Yeah.
He gave him a last ride.
Yep, it was good. He just slammed him, and then my favorite thing about the whole damn thing was he pushed Tony Schiavone down. So.
Yeah, it was kind of a heelish move. Yeah,
I'm all
because
for it.
like
wish we could have powerbombed Tony Schiavone.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I'm keeping my gimmick. I don't give a damn. I'm keeping my gimmick going.
Okay.
This is the anti-Tony Schiavone show.
Yeah. Just because he blocked you on Twitter?
Hey, I don't give a damn. Hell with him. I grew up.
I will
watching
never
that guy.
say that to Frankie Kazarian. He blocked me on Twitter.
Hey, this is my gimmick. I'm gonna, until I can have a one-on-one conversation with him. He's
hey,
on my
imagine
shit list.
if our wonderful friend Chris Mueller had the same attitude against Adam Copeland, who actually blocked him on Twitter.
That's on him. I'm my own man. Damn it.
Chris wouldn't have been able to do that wonderful interview that he did with Adam Copeland. It was such a wonderful interview. Thank you, Chris,
things professional
for
here.
this.
Okay, I keep things professional.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm like, take this Wardlow powerbomb.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
He's next.
Everyone was chanting for Wardlow, and then he pushed Tony Schiavone, and then like not before he showed the world that he had, MJF written on his, on his wrist tape and everything.
We have a super chat from our good friend Eric. He says, "Rob, Maggie, team, how's things? Rob, beautiful mustache. Maggie, stunning as always. My question is, what's one meal you'd want to eat with any wrestler?"
First of all, I want to. Okay, about meal, I don't know, but I want to do whiskey shots with Wardlow. I want to drink coffee with Matt Jackson because he's a coffee nut freak just like me. I want to drink Weiss beer with Cody Rhodes because he likes Weiss beer. When it comes to, oh yeah, there you go. I want to eat a deep fried Mars bar with Kenny Omega.
There you go. I was afraid you wouldn't want to go to Wendy's with Kenny Omega.
Oh, I want to go places with Kenny Omega, and it's not a Wendy.
Afraid you wouldn't want to eat something else at Kenny Omega's, but oh well.
I will not go there. Yeah. So, like talking about MJF and Wardlow. What?
Well, I think you want me to answer the question too, or maybe that was just for you.
All right.
Okay, either way.
No, it was for you too. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. This is gonna sound really weird, but he always posts great pictures of what he's grilling out, and it would probably be Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would want to grill out with him.
Corbin loves his meat.
Yeah, I love meat too. I don't know if you. Yeah, big fan of meat.
Yeah, I probably want to have a lot of Bulgarian food with Miro.
Yeah. Chris says, I want to cook potatoes for Chris Statlander and Willow. There you go.
Okay. That was such an easy answer. I knew all of this.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of meals I wanted. Never mind. I'm not going there. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. So talking about, MJF and Wardlow. Thank you, sweetie. Like a few people say that. Thank you for being one of them. Okay,
not many people say that about me.
Come on, don't sell yourself too short. I kind of love what MJF is doing right now because, like, Kenny Omega is, talking about MJF. Like MJF is kind of playing with Kenny Omega because did he say 13 days?
Either 13 or 11. It was one of the two. I think he said 11.
Like it was
now
13.
I can't remember.
I feel like it was 13. Like he whispered in his ear, 13 days, bitch.
Yeah, so I know it was. I can't remember, but either way, it was good.
He said the same thing on BT on last week's BT because there was no BT this week. And this was a rare MJF appearance on BT, by the way. Like I feel like he hasn't been on BT ever since Cody left.
It's 11 days now.
Now it's 11 days. Yeah, okay. But like on Wednesday was 13. So it's Kenny Omega, it's Jay White, it's Wardlow. Like you have all these people, gunning
Samoa Joe. Yeah.
Samoa Joe also, like all his vignettes that he's been doing on Collision, which are so good, by the way. And also, by the way, sweetie, we all know that's not whiskey in your glass, okay? That's so apple juice. That is not whiskey, and this is not how whiskey looks like. Okay? Love you, bye.
Yeah.
So this is a good thing. So because all these people are looking forward to beating the crap out of MJF, because I've always wondered this for wrestling. Like if we keep kayfabe, okay, and we were like, okay, so there's this one championship. Why is there always all the time one person that's going after this championship? Why is it always one? And then he loses, and then another one comes. And like, why is this? Like, the logical thing is for all of the locker room to gun towards that championship because they wanted.
So that's what he said. He said 13 days, but 11 days. And so it's 11 days now, but when he said it was 13.
This is exactly what I said. Well,
I know. I'm just showing, saying that's. I was wrong.
So this is actually something that's been bothering me, and this is okay now because you can have something with this right now. It's fun to see that different people are aiming for the gold, and MJF having a lot of stuff on his mind just because he's champion. And they haven't talked about the bidding war of 2024 at all. So this can lead up to all this pressure being too much for MJF. They can have that. And I'm actually looking forward to this. This can be kind of.
So what I think is going to happen with this, what I like about this is I think. So this is what I think is going to happen. I think Adam Cole is going to be gone for a little bit, but I actually think what we saw with Roderick Strong says, guy, how he said in the vignette, he says, guys, you know what this means. I have to be nice to MJF. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see Bullet Club beating down MJF coming up, and I think you're going to see those guys make the save. I really do. I think we're going to see Roderick and Matt Taven and
the Kingdom and
I think we're going to see that. I really do.
This is actually really logical. Yeah.
I don't make logical points often when it comes to wrestling. So
that's bullcrap. You always say logical things.
I know. I'm joking, but I that's what I would do. That's how I would book it. I think I'd be smart, and then when Adam comes back in a couple of how many months, 4, 6 months, whatever it is. I have no idea how long he'll be gone. He can be all pissed off, and that's when he can get involved with MJF again. If MJF's a champ still, I assume he probably will be.
A couple of notes on that. By the way, that peanut butter and jelly sandwich that they did in that segment looked absolutely awful and gross. First of all,
it did look awful.
It looked. First of all, second of all, I kind of wonder how long they can keep those Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships on Max Caster on MJF, because he cannot possibly defend those all the time in a handicap match, at all. And I actually want those titles to be defended and not just disappear into someone else's storyline. Because we've ranted about Ring of Honor not being the thing that we wanted it to be, and this isn't a fun look. It's
AEW dark for me now.
It's AEW dark, and you're absolutely correct. A lot of people are there. Jeff Jarrett is gonna fight Eddie Kingston, and that's so Ethan Page is right there. By the way, he's right there.
Yeah. Chris said this is another super chat. Thank you, my friend. He says, remember when Cole, Fish, and Kyle attacked the Elite before he was injured last year? We need the payoff to that eventually.
They really do. They have a lot of stuff they need to put together. And I'm sure that they will address this. I hope that it's not only addressed on BTE, because people are not they shouldn't be obligated to watch BTE. You should watch BTE, but you shouldn't watch BTE in order to make sense of your wrestling. Kenny Omega did wrestle Kyle Fletcher, which was such a magical match. It was so amazing. We get to see Kenny Omega wrestle a one-on-one match, so rare that when we do get to watch a singles match of his, it's going to be a really, really special thing. The match was nothing short of brilliant. Kyle Fletcher is 23.
Yep.
He's 23. Future main eventer, by the way, of what we see right now. What I did want us to talk about was the fact that Don Callis had a lot of awful things to say about Kyle Fletcher, not only this week on commentary when he lost, but last week too.
I so want Don Callis to get his just ass kicked so bad. He's so great at what he does.
He is. He absolutely is. So what I think that is going to happen is that Will Ospreay is going to just fucking leave, because Will Ospreay, like, Kyle Fletcher is his boy, okay? And he will not take this from Don Callis. At least this must be addressed, like, at length, because it does not make sense, because Will Ospreay has put over Aussie Open so incredibly much when they won championship gold. Like, Will Ospreay said that he cried. So you do not say that and all of a sudden, like, not, defend Kyle Fletcher when he's in a situation like that. And, like, it was so incredibly obvious that Don Callis wanted to make a point out of sounding like a total asshole when he was talking about Kyle Fletcher losing on television. This is something that will happen. Like, mark my words, this will be a thing. Let's move forward, because
we gotta go through. So we had Lance Archer defeat Barrett Brown easily. We had another Danhausen vignette. Swerve Strickland cut a promo on Hangman. That's when we then had after that we had the Sting promo. Toni Storm did her riveting picture.
Really quick, Jim Ross talking to Nick Wayne and his mother. Was this the baddest acting that you've ever seen in your life, or was it just
pretty close? It was brutal.
It was brutal.
Awful. Like,
the one thing that saved the entire segment was Christian Cage walking to the exit and just saying to his mother, "You should have picked up your."
Yeah, I know, that was great. I loved it.
I'm like, oh hell no!
Yeah, I loved it.
Did not happen, like, whatsoever. Yeah, so we did get to see Juice Robinson win the Dynamite Doesn't Battle Royal. He will face MJF next week.
Yep.
Next week on Dynamite for that diamond ring.
Yep. You got that right.
Who do you see winning here?
Oh, I think MJF wins.
Okay.
Yep. And the other thing too, Chris Statlander said in the backstage segment that she's going to defend her title against Willow Nightingale at AEW Battle of the Belts. So,
I cannot believe the Battle of the Belts still thing.
They also announced this week Ring of Honor Final Battle was announced. That'll be taking place on December 15th in Garland, Texas.
Ring of Honor pay-per-views are always amazing to watch, by the way. Just FYI. Like, we do talk shit about, weekly Ring of Honor television being irrelevant. Only Athena stuff is actually amazing, because Athena is ring general and wrestling general and everything. Like, she deserves the world. She's carrying Ring of Honor right now. But Ring of Honor pay-per-views, always amazing. Always.
So on AEW Rampage tonight, we have Mystico from CMLL taking on Rocky Romero, who I believe is representing AAA, AAA. I always come
AAA.
So you also have Blackpool Combat Club's Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta taking on Brian Keith and Exodus Prime. Hell yes. Ruby Soho taking on Sky Blue. And then there's a winner earns an AEW International title shot at Battle of the Belts between John Silver, Brother Zay, and Kip Sabian. Who do you think we'll see face Mr. Cassidy?
Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
The
only one that's been getting regular TV time has been John Silver, so that's who I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably John Silver. I will not mind Kip Sabian, but because I just like Kip Sabian and thought that he was going to be pushed more after he came back with his gimmick with the with the box on his head. I don't know why he's not in Ring of Honor. Like, he'd do wonderful there.
I'm not sure.
I pretty much John Silver.
Okay. AEW Collision Battle of the Belts tomorrow night from the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee. You have the Memphis street fight between Eddie Kingston and Jeff Jarrett. I think I don't even need to ask you who wins that one. You have Ricky Starks and Big Bill taking on Blackpool Combat Club's Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. We have Miro finally wrestling. He's going to.
You're welcome, by the way, because I ranted about Miro not being on the show. And on the very next day, he had the weirdest segment in the world. Like CJ Perry, like former Lana, who did so good for Rusev and WWE, and all of a sudden, hey, you can call me and I can do something stuff for you. And then all of a sudden, Action Andretti comes out like, yeah, I'll call you. And he was like, yeah.
It was
this
weird.
is so weird. And of course, if Miro's gonna kick his ass, like what? He's a Bulgarian.
Kenny Omega is going to appear on Collision, along with MJF is going to appear as well. Battle of the Belts taking place right after Collision. AEW International Championship match between Orange Cassidy and again either Kip Sabian brothers Zay or John Silver. You have the TBS Championship between Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. The AEW Trios Championship, the Acclaimed taking on Daddy Ass, Matt Menard, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass rather taking on Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, and Daniel Garcia.
Yeah.
So let's do some Cooper effect action here. Ready?
Yeah.
Talking about it, the picture didn't load, so I gotta get that. So you can go ahead and start talking about the.
Well, it's like I know that the picture is kind of fuzzy and and adorable, but you don't have to upload the picture. But I'm just here to share with you the good news that the Californian governor just signed a law to help protect the wonderful bees from toxic pesticides. The thing is that he signed the law that will make people who are not professionals using pesticides in their gardens, which has to be something that is there shouldn't be a law for this. Like people should know this initially. If you're not a professional, just don't use pesticides that you don't understand and everything. Those pesticides will prevent bees going extinct. This is we all know what will happen to Earth if bees go extinct. Like we are not ready for that kind of Earth. Please don't kill bees. Like wasps you can kill, bees no.
Yeah.
No, I will never.
That's how I am. Like I don't kill bees.
Yeah.
I'll fucking Wardlow a fucking wasp.
Yeah, and just that's like me saying like you can kill wasps is also not a good thing, but like they're just assholes. Okay,
Yeah.
Wasps are assholes. I don't like the band Wasp either. Like they suck. Yeah, so please don't kill bees. On a totally different subject, why did Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso lose their championship?
I don't know. It's so stupid. That was like one of the dumbest booking things that they've had, in my opinion, lately.
This to me. Explain. Someone
I can't.
Explain this to me. Why did they have to win those championships in the first place?
No idea. It doesn't make any damn sense.
So weird. I hate this. It was weird. Okay, there's one good thing that came out of all this, and this was that amazing press scrum. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
and now they probably won't. Sorry, go ahead.
Jay desperately trying to sound sophisticated while he's drunk is one of the best things ever. It's so adorable. And Cody Rhodes all the time saying, "Do you feel him, sir?" That was so great.
Cody Rhodes even said, like, I don't think they'll allow us to do this again now.
Yeah, and they got punished with, their they took away their championships. This was so weird, Rob. Please, like I'm gonna
got
need some
nothing.
logical explanation
There's
about
not
this
a damn
because
thing I can explain on this because it makes absolutely zero sense. Zero sense to me.
okay?
Maybe somebody in chat can
Zero.
tell us what makes sense about it because I can't tell. I don't get it at all. What was the point?
Why? Okay, I was here on this very channel, Rob, with you saying that I don't think that, Cody Rhodes winning tag team gold is the first gold that he should win after he came back, to WWE after, being gone for so long.
Yep.
And they gave him that gold and then they took him away. They took it away like a week later. And I was like,
not cool.
Okay. So, Nick Aldis is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful because like when you have Nick Aldis and when you have Cody Rhodes, you always kind of, think about that match that they had, right? Yeah, it was, by the way, go and find that match. It was pretty good. So Kevin Owens was the one to get, drafted to SmackDown, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Why?
No idea. Like that's the thing. They split up a tag team that everybody loved.
Yes, and they main evented WrestleMania this year. This very year, not last year. This year. This is kind of a really sneaky thing that Cody Rhodes just did. You cannot tell me that this isn't really, really strategic. They're gonna have to explain it at length with this can be the long-term storytelling that we are, looking forward to because the bloodline is kind of getting stale for me. Jimmy Uso was the one to cause that match, right? Like he was the one to distract Jay.
Yeah.
And this is how they lost. So that's going to be a thing again, obviously. A lot of things happen in one match, okay? Because like, Kevin is there on SmackDown and like they split them up. And now Sammy, like what do you do with Sammy now? People are like, well, Sammy probably like he can be now the one to dethrone Gunther. And I'm like, no, like that's no.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
No, like I'm not gonna be really mad about it, but I don't think that it's his title to take.
Chad Gable is the guy that needs to do it. I think we both agree.
Actually, Chad Gable is the one. I was pushing for Sheamus, but like Chad Gable, I will not be mad at him. While we're talking about Gunther is actually probably Gunther is going to be my wrestler of the year this year.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Gunther. Like he's elevated a title that was almost dead in that company because like no one was talking about the Intercontinental Championship before he was actually the one to hold it. So every single defense that he's had was match of the night. Every single one. Banger after banger after banger. Probably okay. Between Will Ospreay and Gunther, it's gonna be really tight. But Gunther in WWE, he is WWE's MVP right now, and I don't think it's even close right now.
So we'll go through Raw really quick. So Shinsuke defeated Ricochet in a false count anywhere match. That was fantastic. You had Piper Niven over Natalia. Ludwig Kaiser defeated Johnny Gargano, which I did not really care for. Shayna Baszler versus Rhea Ripley ended in a no contest, which I figured would happen.
Why? Because Nia Jax was there, right?
Yep. Yay.
So this is the really shitty thing that ever since Nia Jax came back to WWE, women's matches have been shittier because she always gets involved.
Yeah.
And ruins everything. Do you know that she's Do you get that she's probably gonna win the women's Royal Rumble?
She's not. There's no freaking way they're going to do that. They're not.
Are you sure?
Yes, I would put
Because I'm not.
I would put $100 on it right now that she won't win
I
it.
would not.
See,
I would not.
I there's no way. I think it'd be the dumbest thing they could do. And I thought one of the dumbest things they could do was take the titles away from Cody and Jay on Monday night. But I think letting her win the Rumble would be even dumber. Anyways,
granted, Vince McMahon is not there anymore. So
I know, but still, like that's the thing. Like
she's probably not going to win the Rumble.
Yeah. Gunther defeated Big Bronson Reed in a hell of a match. I love this match. That was great. Then we had the main event match of Cody.
Exactly why.
Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Judgment Day, and as we've already talked at length, Judgment Day won. NXT, Chase U won the battle, or won the Bada Bing, Bada Boom Tag Team Battle Royal, defeating Angel Garza and Humberto. So they'll get the #1 Tag Team Championship contender match. You had Carmen Petrovic defeat Jada Parker in a NXT Women's Breakout Tournament first round match. I can never say her name. Lyra Valkyrie.
Lyra.
Yeah, I know. I
Valkyria.
Valkyria defeated Tegan Nox. Shotzi defeated Kiana James. Ariana Grace defeated Brinley Reese in a first round Women's Breakout Tournament match. Carmelo Hayes defeated Donovan Dijak and Baron Corbin. So the story here was that. Yep. Yeah, I was just going to say who attacked Trick and Jade Cargill at the end.
Yeah, it was obviously Carmelo Hayes, and this is Carmelo Hayes and what?
I'm going to tell you what I think it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams, for me, is the feud that actually skyrockets Carmelo Hayes to the main roster. Like, this will be the last feud for Carmelo Hayes in NXT. For me, he has to lose that feud, and then he goes up to the main roster.
Okay, so what I think it is I don't think it was Carmelo Hayes. I think it was Bobby Lashley or like the Street Profits. That's who I think it was.
Why?
Because they're trying to get Carmelo Hayes. Like they're trying to say, hey, because I think what they're going to do is make Trick Williams think that it was Carmelo Hayes who attacked him. And Carmelo's going to be like, I didn't do this. Like, and that's going to be their way to get him up to the main roster. This is just what I think. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
But
so we did get to see, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams with Bobby Lashley. We got that segment, and that's why it makes sense. And it actually something that makes sense. So this is the second time you make logical sense on this show. So this is kind of weird for me. And I really want...
It happens, I guess.
I really want this to happen now because this is actually a really wonderful thing. It actually makes a lot of sense. Stop it.
Yeah.
We did get to see Jade Cargill a lot on AEW. And I just want to say that they're doing absolutely magnificent job with her.
You mean NXT?
She has not only NXT, she's been on Raw, she's been on SmackDown,
yeah, but
she's been on NXT.
No, I know, but you just said AEW, like right before that.
I did?
Yeah, so it's okay. I misspoke earlier. It happens on this show.
Okay, yeah.
It was my first day earlier, so it's all good.
Yeah. So they're doing wonders with her, and she hasn't even spoken almost at all. Like she said a bunch of stuff, and like the world is buzzing for her. They're making her to be a star right now, and she hasn't even entered a ring. She hasn't even been in front of a crowd still, and everyone's going insane every time that she's on the screen. I'm so happy for her. She so deserves this. She's absolutely a star. Everyone's rolling out the red carpet. We still haven't, seen where she's gonna be, but I'm still pushing for her in NXT. I'm still pushing for her to be the one to dethrone Becky for that championship. they will push, uh, they will, make it happen with her the moment they see that the moment is right.
Yeah.
I do actually have a lot of faith in in the way that they're gonna book Jade on that show. I really, yeah, I really do.
So going to SmackDown preview, Logan Paul will be on SmackDown to confront Rey Mysterio. So it's probably pretty obvious that they're gonna have a match at Crown Jewel. I'm willing to bet for the United States Championship. You have Charlotte Flair taking on Io Sky tonight for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Montez Ford versus Santos Escobar. John Cena will appear. So we got that going on. The other thing I wanted to talk about before we end the show, will Randy Orton, well, I think we already know that Randy Orton's being planned to come back, or the plan is to bring Randy Orton back before Survivor Series. My question is, this is what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to see Dominic, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso take on Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton's going to be the mystery guy. That's what I think.
Do you think Kevin Owens turns on Sami Zayn?
No.
Why would Kevin Owens team up with that team that just traded him to SmackDown?
Well, they didn't trade him.
Cody Rhodes did. He's a part of that team.
Well, that's a good point. Maybe he's pissed, but it sounded like he wasn't like on that like when he did last week's promo.
Yeah,
so maybe...
like he didn't sound as if he was pissed, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, whine and bitch like a baby?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's just my opinion.
I just need an explanation as to why all people are okay with this. Like, Sami Zayn talked on the mic. He was in the ring saying that he was not okay with it. I want to know why Kevin Owens is okay with this.
That's the thing. He might not be. I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out more tonight. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. Mm-hmm. Or maybe they can do something else where
just fucking split those tag team championships.
Yeah. That'd be fine. Maggie, tell everybody where they can find you.
Guys, you can follow me on X, Twitter, or whatever at Maggie_IK, and on Instagram at Maggie.IK. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to Fightful Select, please.
Yeah, subscribe to Fightful Select. We appreciate you very much. So, because of you, we get to do fun stuff like this. Guys, you can follow me on Twitter or X at Rob Wilkins. I'm also on Instagram at Fight4Rob and on Threads at Fight4Rob. Want to say thank you very much for joining us today. I hope everyone has a great weekend. And if you check out Bound for Glory, there will be a post show tomorrow night with Joel, Pearl, Cresta, and I assume Steven Jensen will be on there.
Jensen, yes.
So you got that going on. So check that out.
Cresta chose Impact Wrestling over Collision. Just FYI.
Yeah, I get it. I do. So you have, and then you have the Collision post show too that'll be going on tomorrow with Rick and Iridian. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else is joining them. So, but you got that going on. So, yeah, you got a lot going on tomorrow night on Fightful. And I know Sean
tonight also after the SmackDown post show we have with Case and Alex, please.
No point is this week. It sounds like we're going to be doing a once a month show from here on out, which is probably going to be best for everybody. So that's just going to be like a special show that we do once a month. And down the road, if something happens, that'd be great. If not, it is, as long as I get to continue to do a show with Cam, it's all gravy with me. So, guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. Check out Fightful tonight after SmackDown. You got the lovely Kate and Alexis Cardoza hosting the post show tonight. And then you'll have Alex Sauergraps doing his show on Fightful Select. So there you go. I want to say thank you. Also, Sean Ross Sapp, I don't know if I said this, but just released his Q&A on Fightful Select. So, and Grapsity had their Q&A from yesterday as well. So, I want to say peace out. We will talk to you guys later. Have a great day, great weekend.